we move now into a testy part of the lecture. This one is called the Pomodoro Technique. It took its name from the tomato. And we don't call it the tomato technique because I think it was like by some, it was like developed by maybe Italian or Spanish, I don't know. So they use the word pomodoro. So the Pomodoro techniques. The Pomodoro techniques, as we look into the slice of the tomato, it has some slices, big slice, small slice, big, as you see it here, big slice, small one, big slice, small one. So this is how you should divide your time. And in fact, this one, the one downstairs is the one we use at the kitchen to control our cooking time, because this is one of the issues we use at home. So the Pomodoro technique says like this: you work 25 minutes, you rest 5 minutes. You work another 25 minutes, you rest 5 minutes. Another 25 minutes, 5 minutes of rest. You work the first 25 minutes, then you give yourself like a longer break for half an hour. So when you divide your time, your tasks in such a way, you set up your alarm for 25 minutes, put it on side, you take one task at a time, one task at a time, and you allocate all your efforts for your task. 25 minutes, alarm bill, and in fact, when you will know that this 25 minutes are about to finish and you did not finish your job, that will be putting you under some pressure, igniting in you the, like, okay, I'm late, I need to work more, I need to do harder job. So it's not stressful for you. It's like more challenging for you. And if you complete your job into 20 minutes, not 25, you can reward yourself more. And remember when I told you about the communication with your colleagues and family? That's your 5 minutes. So when you do that task, you can pick up the phone, contact your mom, contact your kid, your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever, and talk to them for 1 minute. And you know that you have only 5 minutes. So you wouldn't go and speak and talk and talk and talk for a long time, because you know you are limited in time, because you know that after 5 minutes you have to take another task. And in fact, this is one of the techniques the call centers they use. So they put a target for the people, like into 25 minutes, you have to call 10 guys, 10 people, you have 2 minutes per person. So when you receive a call from like a call center, and they start talking to you, and they feel like, okay, you are willing to accept their service, they always put you to another person who's like the time graphic is not under such a tense schedule like him, because the call center, he cannot allocate more than 2 minutes per client. So by stretching the time with the call center will let them only ignore you in the future. And this is one of the practice I use when I receive those like stupid funny calls. Oh, we are calling you from the stomatology clinic to provide you the best service. Oh, congratulations, you want the best. You are my dream man. I want to offer you a ticket for all those like scam, call center, whatever. Just, okay, I'm interested. You tell me more. Spend more time with me. Speak slowly with them. Don't use some of the trick words. I mean, the one used to identify you for the bank, like yes, da, yo, or whatever. You use that word, because some of those scammers, they only trying to record your voice so they can call your bank and steal your details. Just okay. Yeah, can you tell me more about the service you are providing? Oh, I did not understand what you are offering. Well, it's a reasonable offer you're having here, but yeah, what's in for me in this? So you and they will try to put you with someone else, and when they put you with someone else, just hang up the phone. And after one or two times, they will not call you again. Maybe they will. Nobody knows. But that's what I use with them. But for you, if you use this technique, it will better organize your day. And notice here that we have 2 hours work, then a long break. And also we use this one if you are driving, because it's not good to drive more than 2 hours in a sequence without stop. So you drive for like half an hour, stop the car, stretch yourself, sit on the wheel, continue. If you are a taxi driver, private driver, you are your own boss, you are driving, going somewhere. Some people, they say, oh, it's gonna take me 4 hours to reach there. I'm going to St. Petersburg, and then now 6 hours I will be there on the highway. It's not good. Your productivity will go down. Your focus on the street will go down. Your muscles will be tight. uh, give yourself that small reward. That small reward. Okay, I've done this job into like 25 minutes. Now I can have a cup of tea. I can have a cup of coffee. So this is kind of like rewarding yourself for putting yourself under a little bit of pressure will will get like a result. So in another word, the Pomodoro techniques is like you decide on the task which will be on your to-do list or the task you have to do, set the time, and the scientists they discovered that 25 minutes is the best time to control your work. But again, you can set whatever more convenient for you, but the productivity will go down if you do not stop the work every 25 minutes and stretch your body for like 5 minutes. Minor stuff. Work on one single task at a time. Okay, don't jump between the tasks on one single time. All right, and also to get the best result from the time you have, you must improve your skills. And this is one of the very essential issues into the time management. You have to improve your reading skills. Many people now, they get some of the knowledge from watching short videos or even long videos, because they believe that they have like, what do you call it, the visual memory. But if you want to check it now, it's a pity that we are not on offline, because I would have raised that question in the hall and we talk. Can you tell me like a dialogue you still remember from 3 movies, your best movies, the most favorite movies you watched? Does anybody remember a dialogue?
Just trying to think.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. But if remember like a phrase or a quote from a book you read, I am sure remembering like a quote or a phrase from a book, it will be a little bit easier, because when you read, you are more focused on the task. But watching the movie, or even worse, now today's kind of knowledge that people are getting from TikTok, or whatever short videos for 1 minute, people are playing like stupid stuff. So you will not get the knowledge. Reading is very essential and very important issue to improve your skills. And you have to improve your reading skills. There are some practices on the fast reading. And you have to, because when you practice the fast reading from any book, you can remember like 30% more than only reading in your regular speed. So improving your reading skills will lead into getting better knowledge, and you get closer to a properly taken decision, and some other benefit for you. The other skill you have to work on it is your writing skills. If I will ask you now to, on our Facebook page tomorrow, can you write down 3 sentences, each one of you? Can you write down 3 sentences describing this lecture? And be honest, just put at the end how many minutes you spent to write those 3 sentences.
Sentences or one-word answers?
No, send them not a word. I mean, some people, they come and say, oh, it was interesting, I got some information, thank you, goodbye. No, I want you to write something, and this is only for this lecture. So you can imagine if I will ask you to, I'm not asking you to write a novel. If you can write, like describing your yesterday's experience, your relation with the other part, like your wife, husband, the problem you are facing with your kid, what you want to tell your big boss in face if you meet him outside the job. If you're trying to write something, you'll suddenly feel like, oh my God, what I'm doing, why I should do this one, how can I do it? And that's why we see many of the people, you just like start writing and then they decide to start over. They just throw away the paper, they start again. So working on your writing skills will make you better express yourself and will get your emotions of your mind into a paper. So you release from that one. Again, I'm not asking you to become like a writer and write a novel or whatever. No, just try to express yourself, because the writing skills is really you are putting your emotions, and by time you will notice that you can express your ideas in an easier way. You can find more words, and after like studying your writings, you will notice like, okay, I was making the same mistake here. The vocabularies I use is like 100 words. So that's here you know that you need to improve yourself into maybe more readings to get more vocabulary, how to use those words in a better way. The third skills I put here, the typing skills. So it is not the writing skills, because now if you look to like to the young kids, when they are typing on their mobile phones, they're like, oh, their text like this, written there with a lot of grammatical mistakes and whatever. But if you go to a governmental organization, and I've seen this one mostly in all the companies I visited, the majority of the people, they use one finger to type on the computer. So they are all one-fingered workers. I've never seen, oh yeah, it's one or two guys only using the 10 fingers to type. And this is a big problem. I worked in a company a few years ago, and when I approached the human resources department, I said, you know, I've seen that we have like 40 people in the office, and none of those people really, they use two hands to type, or even they use two fingers, like. So can we do like a training for what we call the blind typing? I type 160 words a minute because I use 10 fingers. And it takes 10 minutes of practicing every day for 1 month. There are some softwares over there. I'm not telling you, okay, install like maybe Spaken so you can type 600 words a minute, or like your last lecture where you had someone typing everything Katya was saying. I was really impressed with the skills of that guy. I don't know who was he, but he was really, or that person, he or she, I don't know, was really good. They were like following everything Katya was saying. They were typing all those words. So the typing skills will improve your accomplishment, will reduce the time you use to complete a job by at least 30%. And I remember that company, the accounting department, they were completely against. We don't need that one. We need to work very slowly on the figures. Yeah, but when you know, you type blindly, you don't need to look into your keyboards. You'll be looking into the papers you're doing. You're looking into the monitor, typing by 10 fingers. Practice that one. So improving your typing skill, even those young kids, the one who type very fast on the telephones, writing like an SMS or whatever, when you put them in front of the computer, they are not performing the same. So this is one of the skills, like it should be implemented in every company. Every person need to implement this kind of practice into his life to improve his like time management. You need to improve your communication skills. The body language, you need to understand when someone approaching you with some needs. You need to read the guy from his face, his hands, how he stands, what he wants. So that's also will save time. You need to get more acquainted with the new technologies. And this is also another issue when you join a new company. Like when I joined that company, nobody showed me how to use the Xerox machine. And it took me sometimes to understand that this Xerox machine, it has the scanning and the emailing ability because it's linked on the network, and it will take the email address from the server. This is one of the things, like if you are in human resources department, for a newcomer, you come and teach them. In almost all the companies, they will come and say, oh yeah, here the Xerox machine, oh here the copy machine here. Okay, I've never seen coffee machine like yours, never in my life. Someone should spend with me like 2 minutes to explain how this coffee machine will work. So next time when I want to do coffee for myself, I can come. I do not need to spend like half an hour trying to understand how this machine works. So the new technology, we have to also try to understand, of course, like as we are using now the Zoom or other ways. Also, this is new technology, and the technology will not vanish, will not disappear. It's here to stay. So we need to get ourselves into this one. I showed you one of the like problem-solving skills with that assessment square. The last skill we have to work out on, I call the professional skills, like for the girls. I mean, this question for the girls: how much time you spend a day to put your makeup in the morning?
10, 15 minutes.
Oh, you are Superman. Is that how much you spend to shave in the morning? Because this is one of the skills like the girls they need. They use that skill every day. I've seen one of the girls, she was putting her like eyeliner and whatever in the metro, but like shaking it. She was doing it. She was good. But this is one of the professional skills. You are using it every day. So get yourself a training. It might take you half an hour to put your like cosmetics in the top. I know some people they say, okay, only lipsticks enough. I'm leaving the house. But when it comes to other like some works, they require you to be like brilliant, like a man, need to be smart, shave with a suit. Do you know how to make your tie? How fast you can make your tie for the men? Because if you are working in a bank and you have to wear like suit and a tie, some people they do it only once, and then you can see when you go and see at work. So that tie has been there for like maybe 6 months. It was never opened or ironed. He just put it once and just leave it there. This is one of the issues like the people they need to practice themselves on it. So to summarize, regarding the time management, and I hope you do not regret the time you spend here with us. Create a master schedule, what you have to do, when you have to do it, put your action plan, eliminate the distractions, get rid of the time thieves, the time wasters. Don't let them control you. Focus on one task at a time. Use your calendar, use your checklist. When you do a task, check it's done. And in the evening, when you look to your to-do list, you see how many tasks you check in. If you are less than like 50%, it means you are not performing your work properly, or you are putting too much to do on your list. So it means you are not organized yet. So organize yourself. Find your productive time, your most productive time, and schedule rewards for yourself. Coffee, tea, even chocolate. You tell yourself, I will do this one. When I will finish, I will have a chocolate. It's kind of rewards. Reward yourself. I will finish this the tax declaration. I will go and buy myself donuts. I will go and buy myself nice new shoe. Schedule a reward for yourself, so you'll feel like your effort has been appreciated, and get a good night's sleep. Because if you are sleepy, no matter techniques you use, it won't work.